Tere taas, hea PÖFF TV vaataja. Oleme sisse võtamas uut filmi taaskord. Seekord siis jällegi vaatame natukene Iraani filmikunsti ja siit liigume edasi treileriga.
من این روزا خیلی فکر میکنم به زندگیم فکر میکنم به که چیا داشتم چیا نداشتم. الان میبینم که مهمترین چیزی که دارم دوستام. مردی که دیوونه.
منو میگیری؟
نه. بهشون گفتی؟
چیو؟
من تا یکی 2 ماه دیگه میمیرم. شبیه ما تو مریضی منم مریضم. تو رفقات گاوم رفقای منم گاو.
تو اگه نزدیکترین رفیقت میاد زنتو میگرفت چیکار می‌کردی؟
زنت نبود.
ما از هم دلخوریم ولی رفاقتمون سر جاشه. دعوا میکنیم ولی تاش بازم رفیقیم دیگه.
So, hello gentlemen, wonderful to have you here. Very nice to meet you, and thank you for the long trip to Estonia. Wonderful to have you here. So, a little bit, let's try to open up you a little bit. About our director. Started off as with chemistry and then ended up in filmmaking. How did that happen?
با شما شروع میکنن که با شیمی شروع کردین و به فیلمسازی رسیدین.
من قبل از شیمی یه مدتی هم رادیولوژی میخوندم.
Before studying chemistry, he spent some time studying radiology.
بعد از شیمی آلودگی دریا خوندم.
And then after chemistry, he started studying sea pollution.
Oh.
And then he ended making films.
What a journey.
چه مسافرتی.
And maybe about yourself, Ali, a little bit
Yes,
acting.
Just like himself, I started being a civil engineer and then I ended up being an actor. I mean, that's the way things are in my country. You never know what you're going to end up in.
I think it's a little bit a story about the youth of your generation also in Iran. It was a very scientific country and probably that's how you started from there. Maybe.
دیگه این مال نسل شماست شاید که مملکتتون خیلی علمی حرکت میکنه ولی بعد یه دفعه این.
Oh yeah. But a little bit about the story. It is quite a difficult story. It tells us a story of a man. It's a little bit maybe like a story about his bucket list. Maybe how to walk out from your life with dignity, with joy in your heart, and with leaving your friends happy. So.
داستان اینکه چجوری آماده میشه که زندگی رو ترک بکنی و با دوستانت رابطه خوبی داشته.
من از بچگی از مرگ میترسیدم. هنوزم میترسم.
Since childhood I was very much afraid of death and I'm still very much afraid of death.
و خیلی زندگی رو دوست داشتم. هنوزم دوست دارم.
I always liked life. I still like very much to live.
و تقابل مرگ و زندگی مهمترین مسئله تمام زندگی من بوده.
And the most important issue of my life is the contrast between life and death.
و سعی کردم با این فیلم یه ذره ترس از مرگ رو کم بکنم. فکر میکنم که
I have been trying to reduce the fear from death making this movie and I think
فکر میکنم دوستی و دوست میتونه به زندگی معنا بده و زندگی میتونه ترس از مرگ رو کم کنه.
I think having friends and friendship could give some meaning to life and at the same time reduce the fear of death.
Yeah, that's true. And it's and the story itself, I think it's like finding the passion in life. Sometimes it happens within the last months of a person's life maybe.
و قصه هم اینجوریه که واقعا شاید که این عشق به حیات توی آخرین ماه‌های زندگی آدم اتفاق بیفته.
So it's I love the story. It's like as you said, the friends that you have around you, they give the meaning to your life, and they give the possibility to live happily. And the other way around, they could maybe ruin it in a way also.
منجر به این بشه که همه چیزو خراب بکنن.
حرف بزنم دیگه. من فکر میکنم که یعنی یه موقعی فکر کردم دوست داشتن یعنی اینکه آدما بچسبن به هم همش با هم باشن.
Once I thought that liking one another and love would mean being attached to one another all the time.
ولی الان فکر میکنم اینکه آدما بیان همدیگر رو لمس بکنن، یه لحظه هایی با هم باشن، بعد برن سراغ زندگیشون و دوباره برگردن به هم. این رفت و برگشت ولی به صورت پیوسته معنای دوستی و رفاقت و زندگی.
But now I believe that the meaning of friendship and life is having close relations at certain times and then going away, doing your own thing and then coming back together.
Maybe death is the biggest conception of letting your loved ones go. As you know the saying, if you love somebody, you should let it go.
شاید اصلا معنای عشق همین باشه که اجازه بدی که رهات بکنن. همطور که میگن عشق به این معنیه که اجازه بدی که رهات بکنن.
اصلا عشق در رهایی معنی داره.
Love has its meaning in having freedom.
Yeah, exactly, and especially leaving this life, to have the power to let it free. I think it's something that gives back to you. Not it doesn't take away. Especially letting a good friend go for eternity.
اینکه تو اجازه بدی که یه دوست خوبت بره و به ابدیت بپیونده این معنای عشق.
But for you, acting in a film like this, it's a very personal story for most of us. As you said, the fear of death. I think it's the most people in the world have the same issue. How is yours connection to it?
Yes, that was the interesting point for me reading the script. The sort of ambivalence with death. I have been thinking about it like him. We are of the same generation, the same age, similar background, and I would easily understand what he had in mind, and I was very much attached to it.
But was it difficult as actor? It's like I know you have to live into your character to do it good. You have to bring yourself into it, and afterwards, did you learn as a person something from it?
I learned from him. I mean, his viewpoints on life are interesting to me. But acting the role for me was not really difficult because it was very much like myself. I always try to choose roles which are very much close to me so that I would not have to have a lot of trouble trying to act.
Okay, so it doesn't seem like an easy way out how you're trying to look at it.
این فیلم اول من بود و اینکه علی توی ایران یه بازیگر خیلی شناخته شده و جزئی کاره. اینی که قبول کرد توی این فیلم بازی بکنه خیلی کارو برای من در ادامه راحت کرد. باید ازش تشکر کنم. مثل الان که داره کارو برام راحت
He's thanking me. He says this was my first feature movie. My first feature film, and it was very important for me that I did the role, and the rest is just. He's being nice to me,
and you're being modest. But let's a little bit from the picture side of the film. How much do you trust your co-creatives? For example, DOP, the art directors. How much?
از نظر بصری شما چقدر فیلمبردار و طراح صحنه
You said he's a dictator, but he doesn't look like one.
یک دیکتاتورن ولی اینطوری به نظر نمیرسه.
من به نظر خودم اصلا دیکتاتور نیستم ولی بقیه میگن هستم نمیدونم مثل همه دیکتاتورها.
I don't see myself as a dictator, but that is what everyone tells me, and this is true for all dictators.
That's true. Good one.
ولی من خیلی اتفاقا متکی بودم هم به طراح صحنه‌مون و هم فیلم بردار و هم بازیگرا، یعنی فکر میکنم اصلا دیکتاتوری نبود و خیلی تعامل بود.
But in my own view, this was not dictatorship. I was very much dependent on my DOP and my art director and my actors and actresses, and to me it was real democracy.
Okay. And a little bit about the production period also. How long did it take from finally coming up with the story and making it into a film?
نظرتون رسید تا آخر تولید فیلم.
ما یه طرح دو خطی با نویسنده همکار ایمان صفایی داشتیم. یه طرح دو خطی.
Well, we had only 2 lines to begin with my co-writer ایمان صفایی.
از وقتی که شروع کردیم به نوشتن حدوداً 3 ماه نوشتیم، 3 ماه هم فیلمنامه رو بازنویسی کردیم.
It took us 3 months to write the script and rewrite the script to reach to the final version of the script.
بعد مرحله سخت پیدا کردن تهیه کننده بود که به نظرشون می‌اومد این فیلم یه ذره ساختنش ریسک داره، چون یه جایش خنده داشت، جایش گریه داشت و میگفتن این معلوم نیست خنده داره یا گریه داره.
What proved to be very difficult was finding a producer because the script seemed to them very risky. It was at the same time a sad story, sometimes it seemed like a comedy, so the combination seemed to have a lot of risks for them.
And it is a challenge for a director and the actors also. It's as we discussed earlier, that the switching back and forth from a very dark and emotional side to this happy and quirky side of so it is a challenge.
این چیزای مختلف سویچ بکنی از شادی به غم و اینا خیلی مشکله. But that's the way life is.
Yeah, it is.
و بعدش که این اتفاق افتاد، یعنی تهیه کننده پیدا شد، ما در 43 جلسه فیلم رو ساختیم.
And once we had the producer on board, we managed to make the film in 43 sessions.
All right. And a little bit from just to open up your film market to our audience also, how is Iranian film doing in overall?
حالا در مورد بازار فیلم و اینا صحبت بکنیم. کلاً بازار فیلم در ایران چجوریه؟ مخاطب در ایران برخوردش چجوریه؟
مخاطب از فیلمایی که دوست داره مثل همه جای دنیا استقبال میکنه اگه فیلمی رو دوست داشته باشه. ولی من خیلی خوشحالم که سینمای ایران داره به جهان، در واقع جهان داره سینمای ایران میشناسه. من خیلی دلم می‌خواست یه روزی بیام به استونی، بیام به تالین، مثلا در تالین دوست دارم ولی هیچ وقت فکر نمی‌کردم این اتفاق بیفته. سینما باعث شد که من الان اینجا باشم و اینقدر خوشحال باشم و لذت ببرم.
It's very much like elsewhere in the world, the audience in Iran. But what is interesting to me that what brought me here is my film, and it's very important for me how the audience reacts here. I always wanted to come to Tallinn because I have Iranian friends here, and I never thought that it would be my movie which would bring me here.
Very nice. Glad to hear that. So you have two reasons to be here.
دو دلیل داری که اینجا باشی.
Yeah. Very nice. But yeah, we could spend probably hours and hours talking to because it is a super interesting culture that you have and the history of your people is so colorful. And I'm really glad that you found a story that in my mind will speak to a lot of Estonians and the people in the rest of the world also.
میتونه راحت صحبت بکنه.
امیدوارم که من بازم فیلم بسازم با علی دوباره بیاین به تالین و استونی و امیدوارم شما هم به ایران بیاین. خیلی خوشحال میشم.
I hope I'll make more films with me, and we would have more opportunities to come to your country, and we would also be very glad if you would have an opportunity to come to Iran.
That would be wonderful, of
Thank
course.
you. Oh,
All right, Soroush.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
Thank
Ali,
you. Nice talking
wonderful
to
to
you.
have you
Thank
here.
you.
Enjoy your rest of the stay. So, and I will definitely go check out the film myself also.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Hea PÖFF-i vaataja, siit siis väike usutus kaugelt pea teiselt poolt ekvaatorit Iraanist ja kindlasti üks väga põnev eluline film ja lugu, mida vaadata. On, nagu režissöör ise ütles, on filmis elu ennast väga palju, on rõõmsaid hetki, palju kurbust, sõpru, kõike muud. Et üks väga ilus lugu, mida suurelt ekraanilt vaadata. Minge nautige.